my kako, everyone. Welcome to a special restaurant highlight from the Moana Nui podcast. Tonight we are celebrating Gyuzo Japanese BBQ. As part of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Month, we are offering restaurant highlights every Monday in the month of May to celebrate our businesses in our communities across the United States to help drive awareness of their wonderful foods and give you guys a little bit of insight into their offerings. As you know, my name is Moana, and I'm the host here of the Moana Nui podcast. Tonight, I'm flying solo as Dana takes some much needed time off. And yeah, so you have me. But today is May 17th, and for a lot of us, it's a little bit of a change because we have some surprising, but it is what it is. Guidance in terms of mask use, and I'm guessing a lot of people are getting back out into the communities, and our restaurants are likely picking up business too. So usually we like to have the restaurant owners here with us, but because a lot of them are so busy, they often cannot come and join us. So tonight I'm just going to do the special for Gyuzo Japanese BBQ, tell you a little bit about them and what makes their offerings so special. So the owner of Gyuzo Japanese BBQ is Gary Wang. And the restaurant is located in the heart of Rockville. You can experience traditional Japanese barbecue with a wonderful modern twist at Gyuzo Japanese BBQ. They offer delicious grilled meat with a focus on imported beef. Gyozo is an authentic Japanese yakiniku restaurant. Their A5 Japanese Wagyu beef, which is a new term on me, I had to do a little bit of research on this, is hand cut by their chef and is characterized by the original taste of the meat and the sweetness of the marbling fat content. They provide a fun atmosphere for friends and family with a shared grilled concept alongside a variety of Japanese beer and sake. So you can check them out at www.gyozobarbecue.com and on Facebook and Instagram at Gyozo Barbecue. And you can also find those in the banner below. They also have a TikTok page, Gyuzo Japanese BBQ, and they are located at 33 Maryland Avenue, Unit B in Rockville, Maryland. So home state restaurant that we're really excited to share with you all. Now I could tell you, about this restaurant, but I know you guys like, if you were like me, like show me the food, right? Let's get to the eats part of this. So let me share some pictures, and hopefully my computer will cooperate here. So here you can see this Wagyu beef. And so what makes this Wagyu beef special and what sets it apart from traditional beef? So let me read, let me tell you guys a little bit of what I learned tonight. So the word Wagyu means Japanese cow. But what makes it special is it's kind of like a luxury beef, right? Like the Rolls Royce of beef, I guess. Um, and so I guess there are different special species breed of Japanese cattle that have special genetic qualities that make this beef essentially melt in your mouth, right? So there are 4 different breeds that are native to Japan. And this particular one is unique. And it has you can kind of see in the picture, it creates a marbling effect on the fat inside the muscle tissue. I'm not going to get into all the the all the nitty gritty details, but just know that this beef is like melt in your mouth. I have not gone to check out this restaurant yet, but I definitely want to because it was referred to us and recommended strongly by our fellow guest, fellow AAPI advocate Christian O, who's been on the show for a number of panels and has been, a guest highlight interview. And we have just grown such a great relationship with him. So we thank him so much for this referral because Dana and she's going to come visit me at sometime this summer and we're going to go on a foodie tour. So I'm really excited to go and check out Gyuzo Barbecue. If you and your family are in the living in Maryland or are in the general area in the DMV, definitely go and check out Gyuzo Barbecue in Rockville, Maryland. Once again, a Asian American owned restaurant right here in our communities. It's so important for us to support them, especially coming out of such the difficult pandemic, and to help these businesses stay alive and survive in this kind of crazy time that we are all dealing with here. um, so yeah, they have. They also have other Japanese delicacies. It's family style. That's what it looks like from their website. And Japanese barbecue is like, I'm not sure if they have sushi, but it's a Japanese restaurant. I would be surprised if they didn't have sushi. You definitely want to go and enjoy this lovely food. It's making me hungry just looking at it. It looks like, I don't know if that's a zucchini or a cucumber there, but that looks great too. But yeah, so again, check them out. Their information is in the banner below, gyozobarbecue.com, and on social media at Gyuzo Barbecue, and on TikTok at Gyuzo Barbecue. Let's see, what was the Gyuzo Japanese BBQ? You can check them out on TikTok. 33 Maryland Avenue, Unit D, Rockville, Maryland, 20850. Alrighty. So once again, thank you for tuning in and learning about the different businesses in our communities. We're so sorry that we could not bring the owner on, but hopefully we can get them on in a future episode and kind of get to know like how they started their business, and some of the top recommendations that they might have. So stay tuned. Hopefully we can send like a text update or an email update on this particular restaurant, and give you guys some more insight from the owner. With that said, this week we have another amazing panel. Well, actually, we have two panels this week. This week is special. Okay, so tomorrow is Tuesday, May 18th at 7:30 p.m. We have part two. Hold on. So we have part two of the code switching panel, being a POC in the corporate world. We hosted the first part last month, and we had such a great response to that particular panel that we decided to bring our guests back for part two because we just barely scratched the surface on some of the issues that we face in the workplace as people of color, whether you be Asian American, Native American, Pacific Islander, Native Hawaiian, African diasporan, right? Like Latinx, all of the things that we experience in the workplace. So join us tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Code Switching Panel Part 2. We will be joined again by Bar Fox as our guest moderator and have a wonderful panel planned for you all. We will be rejoined by Pawahi Souza, Rosa Singletary, Latoya Simmons, Deidre Sneed, and I believe Christian O. So definitely tune in for that tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Thursday is exciting too because on our 7 p.m. spot, we have Kamaka Kehau Fernandez, who is a Hawaiian musician. So he's going to be our solo interview for the night. And we We might even get to hear him perform some of his music live on the show. So be sure to tune in on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a small kind, perhaps mini concert as part of that interview. And then at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have one of our panels. And the topic this week is appropriation versus appreciation. Like what is the difference? There's a lot of nuanced answers to this. And it kind of depends on the context within which we're operating. So I'm really excited to have that discussion with an amazing panel of guests. For the first time, I typically like to allow people to have the floor, but for the first time this week, I'm also jumping in on the panel. I'm going to be joined by let's see, Havana Wynn she's going to be our guest moderator again. She did an amazing job with last week's panel on Asian solidarity in Black Lives Matter. This week, we are joined by Jason Chu, rapper activist, Pawahi Souza, who is also on our code switching panel tomorrow. Kamaka Kehau is staying with us. He's going to be with us for a doubleheader on Thursday, so he'll be on the panel as well. Kanoilani Davis, who is the CEO of Pomahina Designs, and we interviewed her last week. She's a member of the panel. And John Hamm, who was our guest on the, May, was it the 3rd? Yeah, I believe the May 3rd. No, not the 3rd. 20. All the days are getting mixed up, guys. On the May 6th interview. So Jason Chu, Pawahi Souza, Kamaka Kehau Fernandez, Kanoilani Davis, John Hamm, and myself as the panelists for the Appropriation versus Appreciation panel Thursday, May 20th, with guest moderator Havana Wynn. She does such an amazing job, and we're really excited to have all of these wonderful guests on the show this week. So, JD Dreamy, Johnny Ham, yes. So be sure once again to check out Gyuzo Japanese BBQ as our highlighted restaurant of the week. Rockville, Maryland, gyozobarbecue.com, and then join us tomorrow and Thursday for another week of amazing Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Month content. Here at the Moana Nui podcast, we are passionate about this community, and we are really excited to bring these restaurants, these wonderful speakers, and allowing you to hear from them and share this platform that we are building for our community. So as always, mahalo nui. Thank you so much for joining in, supporting our show, listening and learning with us. We would not be here without you. So with that said, malama pono, take care. Wear your mask if you feel, like I know it's like don't wear your mask now. So, if you feel like you need to, like me, I still wear it. Wear your mask and take care, really. However that shows up for you. Just be mindful of those around you and the sensitivities that they have as well. So yeah, with that said, I'm gonna say ahui ho, which in Hawaiian means until we meet again tomorrow night, code switching, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Moana Nui podcast. Malama pono.